Today I'm making smoked pastrami from store-bought corned beef brisket. And most times these are flats and sometimes points, but this one is both. Lots of fat in here with that decal, so I'm going to trim this down a lot. Much more than I would on a regular brisket because I want good bark, and the brine will help retain a lot of moisture anyways. Speaking of which, I'm going to soak this thing in water for about 12 hours and change the water 3 or 4 times to draw out some of that excess salt. You definitely don't need it all. Today I'm cooking on the pit barrel cooker with some lumped charcoal. I'm going to light a small paraffin wax cube opposite of the vent so the fire will draw towards the intake. And I think I got a chunk of pecan and apple in here, I believe. Rub today will be homemade using Meathead's Close to Cats pastrami recipe, which is available in his book or at AmazingRibs.com. What we got here is 1/4 cup of freshly ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon brown sugar, 1 tablespoon paprika, 2 tablespoons of ground coriander, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of ground mustard. For binder, I'm using some Dijon mustard, and I know this seems like a lot of rub, but you want to use all of this. Pack it on good for maximum bark and maximum flavor. Now this is my first time making pastrami in the pit barrel, so I decided to go a little overboard with the double hooking. I just didn't want this thing to fall in. Overkill, I know, but whatever. Gonna hang it in the cooker, close the lid, come back in a couple hours. Alright, so here we are at 165 internal. I'm going to pull the hooks out and wrap this thing in a boat of sorts. Inside this pan with some hot water around it. Weird, I know, but with most cooks, I like to experiment. Once it hits an internal temp of 205, we are done. Total cook time here was about 8 hours for this 4.5 pound pastrami brisket. In the end, the bark on top was crispy, but the bottom was not because of the boat, so I probably wouldn't do that again. The flavor, though, was outstanding, and I'm telling you, you lay this on some rye bread with some melted Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing, man, you got one amazing sandwich. So give this cook a try. It's easy and well worth it. As always, thanks for watching.